fans, today I have an interesting video on how to take classes in Naranjan Academy or Yuva Academy depending on whether you're playing Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Violet. This is pretty cool and I really enjoyed this feature in the game. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to take the classes as well. You do get some really good items if you do. So definitely try this one in your free time. It seems like you do have two kinds of exams. One is the midterm exam and one is the final exam. You do have to go ahead and at least attend 3 classes for the midterm exams to be available and 3 furthermore classes for the final term exams to be available. Now if you do complete them, you do get some really good items and I believe that one of the teacher will also give you a special Pokemon. So definitely if you are interested, you can go ahead and try this one. This is of course quite optional, unlike the other 3 main stories that we are going through the game itself. So this is something kind of interesting in the game. If you do want to attend a class, all you have to do is go ahead and talk to the receptionist. As you can see, I have couple different classes, so I can go ahead and choose one to attend. I'm going to show you guys how to attend a class. In the offline, I'll go ahead and attempt all of the other classes so that I can show you guys the midterm questions. I believe the questions are going to be the same, so all you have to do is choose the correct answer that I have chosen to pass the exam and move on forward. The interesting thing in each of these classes is that they do teach you most of the basics of Pokemon, basics of battling, status and other stuff. And of course you will have a question to answer yourself. Now even if you get this question answered incorrectly, that is pretty fine, it's not going to count on anything. Once you complete all the 3 classes and you are attending the midterm, that's when you do have to kind of select the correct answer to pass the exam. Right here we have our first question, and of course we can't really walk along with our Pokemons inside the building. That is the correct answer for this. But of course if you do give a wrong answer, it does not affect anything. So you can definitely go ahead and give a wrong answer, and I think the lecturers or the teachers here will actually give you the correct one so that you'll be knowing the correct answer for this question when it comes in the midterm questionnaire. Alright, pretty cool. So these classes are going to be pretty short, nothing too long, and as you can see, our biology class is already over. Pretty cool. Now all I have to do is go ahead and attend this class 2 more times and then the midterm exam will be available for me. So let me go ahead and do that. Right here even in the list it says biology 2, and that's how you know that you have attended that class before. Clicking it once more, we are going to be going back into the class. And we again are gonna have some details based on what the topic is gonna be. This time I think we are gonna be talking about picnics. Okay, pretty cool. I think we already know everything about picnic, but if you didn't know something, you can actually get to know it right here. And of course, as usual, we will have a question asked to us. So definitely you can go ahead and select an answer. And I see that the questions are pretty easier. Even without worrying too much, you can definitely select the right one. This time the answer is an egg, which is pretty cool. And that is all we have for this class. Pretty easy, and it definitely doesn't take too much time. When I went through this, I think it took me around an hour to complete all of those subjects and complete their midterm exams, but it's pretty interesting on its own. Definitely you'll get to know some really cool details as well. Right here I'm going to take this class once more. That is the last time, and I think we will have one more question to answer in this class as well. Let's go ahead and see what the new topic is for this class. Of course in the last class we did talk about eggs and its importance. This time he is talking about the Pokédex. Okay. Alright, let's see what the question's gonna be. I guess he is just introducing himself and talking about how he created the Pokédex himself. He's also talking about some new details which we didn't know. Apparently him and Director Clavel were working in the same laboratory at some point, so they're kind of like colleagues. But of course, today's topic is catching Pokemon. Of course, we know all about catching Pokemon, but let's see what the question is. Okay, is there any way to up your chances on catching Pokemon? Definitely there is, and that is actually status conditions. Of course, if we have played Pokemon games before, we already know this. But if you are playing it for the first time, definitely this is something that will help you. And it is optional, so it is pretty cool, I think. There we have it. That is the third class. Pretty cool. Now, all we have to do is go ahead and talk to the receptionist once more. Here she is. Talking to her, this time we can see that the biology midterm is open. Once we select it, we are gonna be transported back to the class. I should probably say teleporting, but either way. Once the cutscene's over, let's see what Mr. Jack has to say. Hello everyone, today is the midterm. It sure feels good. Take your time and complete the questions carefully. Alright, here we have the questions. The first one, I think you might remember, is the first question we had in the class. And we do have to select the option B, which is the R button. That is the button used to bring out Pokemon. The next one is combine one letter and one number below to correctly say when and where eggs are found. The correct answer is gonna be during picnic and in your basket. So the options are gonna be A, 2. So let me go ahead and quickly select that, as that is the correct answer. Third one, which of the following is an effective way to warm up an egg? Walking around is the correct answer. What will not make Pokemons easier to catch? And I think it is giving them a berry. That is the only thing that is the right answer. What will make it easier to catch Pokemon of higher and higher level? Definitely the gym badges is the correct answer in this case, because without gym badges it's difficult for us to catch higher level Pokemons. Alright, I guess there is one last question which does not affect our grades, but he does want us to know how the Pokédex is. Definitely I am happy with the Pokédex, it does help us. And that is all. The last thing is to do is get our grades, and all we have to do for that is once again talk to the receptionist. So let's go ahead and talk to her, check out our results. You do have to have 3 questions correct to pass the midterm and 4 questions correct for the final exam. In our case, we have got all of the 5 correct, so we have passed that exam. Also, we do get some EXP candies. Not only that, if you check her list now, you can see that it's gone. If you want to see biology class again, you do have to click on I would like to revise a class, and that's how you can move on forward for the final term on that. But of course, that is what you have to do for the rest of the classes. Let me go ahead and complete all the 3 classes for all of the others, and I think I can show you guys all the answers that you need for the other midterm exams. The next midterm exam that I selected was for home economics, and here are the answers for it. Which is not an effect of picnic meal, and I think that is increasing speed. The next one is which of the following affects the kind of meal powers received from a particular meal? It's fillings and condiments. Which of these berries can restore a Pokemon's HP? The answer is Oranberry. The next one is Leonardo wanted his Pokemon to decide on its own when to use its item in the battle, so he gave it an Oranberry. I have selected true. For the last one, it seems like they're asking on what will happen if the move runs out of PP. And for this one, I think the answer should be false, because it does not sit there in frustration. I think I accidentally clicked on true for this one, but let's see how that goes. Of course, once again, we only need to have 3 correct answers to pass the midterm exam. So I think I will pass this one as well, but let's see our results. As usual, she's gonna have the same dialogue, but at the end, she's gonna let us know how much we have corrected. Alright, it seems like the last one was false, or was supposed to be false, and that is all. Let me continue the other classes and I'll see you guys back here for another midterm exam. Now the next midterm exam that I did choose was the math. I'm not really good at it, but let's see how the questions are. Here we have Time, who is our teacher for math, and the questions itself in the class wasn't too bad, but I did get some valuable info which I didn't really know before or was not really sure about the answer. I think this one should be easy. First one is, how much damage does water gun do to its fire type Pokemon, and that is double damage. How much damage does Razor Leaf do when it hits a fire type Pokemon, and that is half damage. Now this third question is a bit trickier. You might think the answer is 10, but it's actually 11 because they give you 1 extra Premier Ball. This is the question I got wrong in the class myself, so that's one thing I got to know. The fourth one, the answer is gonna be 4% chance of landing a critical hit. Last one is, well, it is 1.5 times as much. That is how much powerful a critical hit is gonna be. That's all the questions we have, and definitely I think the questions, some of them were trickier and some of them I really didn't know, but pretty cool. Let's see our result, and result is gonna be 5 out of 5. Alright, there we have it. As usual, we do get the experience candies. That is pretty nice. The next midterm exam is gonna be the art class, so let's see what questions we have over here as well. What is the name of the gemstone that glows over a Pokemon's head when it tests the lice? That's actually the Terra Jewel. Apparently that is the answer. I didn't know this one either until I attended the first art class and got to know the answer. Alright, let me go ahead and select it. Second one is, when the answer to question 1 is in the shape of flower, it's gonna be a grass type. The third one is hexagon. Actually, the snowflakes are classified as hexagons. Fourth question's answer is Medali, and apparently we can change a Pokemon's Terra type over there. Pretty nice, and I definitely want to visit it. For the last one, the answer is gonna be, there is no correct answer. This is something even I didn't realize until I attended around, I think, the second art class. So let's see how our results are gonna be for this one as well. Definitely I am getting to know some new things about this game, especially changing the Terra type of a Pokemon, which I did not know at all. Of course, when we talk to the receptionist back, she is gonna tell us our result. In this case, we have got all the questions correct. Pretty cool. Once again, I will go ahead and try another midterm exam. The next one is actually for the history class, and as you can see on the board itself, you can see the old Pokeball that we used in Pokemon Legends Arceus. So this is a pretty cool reference. We also had the Professor Robin's photo over there. Back to the question, the answer is the Great Crater of Paldea. For the second question, the answer is treasure. The third one, it says that apparently Paldean Empire was 2000 years old. And of course, the academy was built at 805 years ago, which is way longer than I thought. The last one is knowledge, and that is all the questions we had. I think the history class was the most interesting one for me because we got to know a lot about the Paldean Empire and what they did as an expedition for the Great Crater of Paldea, as well as how long the school was present and since when they actually started their own expeditions as well. So if you are interested in getting to know a bit more on the lore of this game, I think attending the history class will actually help. It definitely gives us more on the lower side. The next one is the language midterm exam, and let's see how this goes. This personally was a bit trickier for me because I really do not know other languages myself, so it was a bit trickier to understand. But of course, the first answer is gonna be thank you. The second one is gonna be the second option B. I'm not gonna pronounce it. Apparently, the third one option is actually D, time to eat, which does not belong with the other phrases. The fourth one is gonna be speaking with a person. Okay, I would probably say compliment them. For the fifth one, of course, you can actually go ahead and select the C option, which is this guy right here. So definitely the questions were a bit self-centered. Pretty interesting though. Definitely did struggle a bit in the class for this language one. I guess that's because I don't know most of these languages. But it was interesting. And here we are gonna have our results. As usual, we got all the 5 questions correct, so that is nice. Let me go ahead and finish the last midterm exam that is remaining, which is actually the Battle Studies midterm exam. I really thought we had to have a Pokemon battle for this one, but apparently not. It's gonna be kind of the same as the others, where you go ahead and answer 5 questions and hope it's all correct. But of course, here is Dendra, who is actually our Battle Studies teacher. Pretty cool. If you do answer all of these midterms and get them correct, you can actually go ahead and have some more dialogue with each of these teachers, which is pretty cool, which I think I'll go ahead and show you guys as well. But back to the questions. Here is the second one, and which of the following has no effect? I think the move's name is the answer. Third one is how many trainers are on a terrorate battle team? 4, which we have seen before. Effective method on breaking an opponent's Terra Shield is actually terrestrializing and attacking. This is something I really didn't know. And of course, you do have to select fighting type for the last one, as she does like it. But back to the Terra Shield, it's something we haven't yet seen. I'm hoping that we'll get to see it in the future, but pretty nice. There we have it. That is the last midterm exam for us. And of course, coming back here, she's gonna give us all the results. There we have it, all 5 out of 5. If you talk to her once more, you'll only have one option, and that is I would like to have a revised class. As you can see, you do have to click on it if you want to kind of go back to the classes, and in the same fashion you will have another exam. Once you pass that, you'll pass the final exams. But of course, I'm not going to be doing that for now. As you might have seen right here on the system, you have some more options to talk to each of these teachers now, which is pretty cool. Why if it isn't Dash? I have a question for you. Do you find my class difficult? No, not difficult at all. I mean, he does do arts class. That is certainly good to hear. You Dash, you choose to take on gyms as a part of your treasure hunt. That must mean you like Pokemon battles. Is that correct? That I do. One naturally becomes skilled at doing something what they enjoy. That must be why you are so strong. Do forgive me for springing such an odd question upon you so suddenly. I often find myself pondering the nature of strength these days. Anyway, thank you again for your input, Dash. And there we have it. We have become slightly closer with this teacher. I think we'll get some really good items if we do get close to them. So I am actually gonna be going ahead and completing the main exams at some point. And I'll let you guys know the answers for those as well. For now, let's go ahead and go to the staff room, or I think home economics room as well, where we have our another teacher. Talking to him. Welcome to home economics classroom. I consider this to be my very own castle of sorts. Miss Dash from class 1A. Rumors of your activities always seem to be bombarding me from all sides. I am not sure what he means by activities. Indeed, people from all over have been talking about how strong of a battler you are and the amazing Pokemon you take along with you. You're quite the object of everyone's interest. Though I imagine that may be a bother for you. The home economics room is something of a place of rest for academies students, you see. That's nice. Here, they delight in sharing the latest gossip and the like while enjoying a light snack. You come up quite often in those talks recently, Miss Dash. So much that I find myself intrigued. If it's not a burden for you, I would very much enjoy having you come see me again sometimes. There we have it. That is the next dialogue that we have. Now these dialogues can only be unlocked if you go ahead and attend those classes. And if you have completed the midterm exam on top of it, you'll have some more extra dialogues as well, which I'll go ahead and show you guys over here. Alright, going back into cafeteria, we have a second chance to talk to him, and here he of course recognizes us once more. Are you here to eat as well? I am actually. Ha, excellent. You shouldn't battle on an empty stomach. I myself am here too. Survey the students' cafeteria, let's see. I'm observing the nutritional content of the food that our students partake on a regular basis. One item on the menu here and that I'm particularly interested is the peanut butter sandwich. It's sweet and quite delicious. Alright, I guess he likes it. Yes, perhaps I will order one right now. Oh, look, Mr. Sagaru. He's so fashionable and cool. And of course the other students are talking about him. I guess the teachers come to cafeteria too, huh? Do you think he'll have an egg sandwich? No way, if he gets anything, it's definitely gonna be something spicy, like the fire alarm sandwich. Ah, he's so cool. He'll definitely get that wild and spicy fire alarm sandwich. Of course they are pressuring him. And he is gonna ask for a fire alarm sandwich. I guess it's up to us to stop him. No, have a peanut butter sandwich, please. Ah, yes, you have suggested I have a peanut butter sandwich, Miss Dash. I suppose I shall have to try one myself, if you insist. I guess we did save him from having something spicy. That was close. I almost forced myself to order something spicy, my least favorite of all flavors. I thank you for restraining me, Miss Dash. It seems that the students tend to view me as fashionable and cool, or even, dare I say, exuding a sort of boarding strength. Okay. I have a habit of acting in such a way as not to destroy their image of me. I feel bad for this guy. I mean, he gets pressured everywhere and almost went to have something that he wouldn't have certainly enjoyed. But of course, since we have helped them, we have become a bit closer. I'm hoping that we'll get some really good items if we have gotten closer to each of these teachers on our own. Up next, I think we can go to the staff room, and we also have the schoolyard, which is pretty nice. We have around 3 teachers in the staff room, so I'll make my way there first and talk to all 3 of them. Right here we have our math teacher time, so let's talk to her. Oh my, if it isn't Dash. Hello there. Do you perhaps have a question about class? Well, I guess we could say we have a question. What were you having trouble with? Let's have a little review here, shall we? Flying type Pokemons are weak to rock type moves. When a rock move hits a flying type Pokemon, what becomes of the move's damage? Well, I would say it doubles. Yeah, that's right. Ooh, okay. Here is another student. Miss Time. Oh my, I see one of my more energetic student is here to see me. You have to wait your turn, dear. There's only one of me after all. That is true, definitely. Miss Time, is it true you were a gym leader? Ooh, okay. That is a new information for us. That indeed is true. I'm quite the strong battler, you know. Whoa, that's so cool. Why did you quit? So you want to know, do you? I might be persuaded to tell you if you wait your turn. Okay, I'll wait my turn. I sure can. Now that was interesting. Definitely cool. I'm hoping we can battle her at some point. I'm sorry for cutting our conversation short, Dash, but it seems I am on high demand today. Feel free to come to see me anytime if you have a question for me. And that's all we have with her. And of course, if we talk to her again, she says the same thing. Right here we have our history teacher. Yes, Dash from class 1A. The way you conducted yourself in my class and the answers you gave me, I admit they pique my interest. You're quite the interesting pupil, I must say. Tell me, Dash, given a choice, which would you prefer? Things of old or things of new? To be really honest, I really like history and I really like getting to know ancient stuff, so I'm gonna select old. So you prefer the things of the past, do you? The potential I saw in you was real after all. Yes, this one may indeed be of use to me someday. Oh. Okay. You can disregard that. I was simply thinking out loud. I enjoyed our little conversation today. You have my thanks, Dash. Okay. What was that when she said we could be of some use to her? Not sure on that. But we do have our language teacher right here, Salvatore. Oh, Dash, did you come all the way here to the staff room to just see me? Yeah, we did. Let's see what he has to say. Seems I've finally made into the hearts of my student. That makes me just happy. After all, like I said in the class, communication is very important. If there's anything you are confused about in class, or if you're having trouble here at the academy, you can always come here and tell me. Your friend Salvatore, that is. Ooh, okay. Definitely pretty cool guy. I think I'll go ahead and attend the other classes of this teacher to see what other things that he has to share with us. Alright, that's all on the staff room. And it seems like we do have a teacher in the entrance hall as well. But for now, I'll go to the schoolyard since most of the teachers are over there. Till now, I have kind of visited schoolyard before, but we didn't really have anything specific happening. Really hoping that we do have something over here. Alright, first of all, we do have our art teacher right here, Hazel. Hello there, Dash. I try to visit the schoolyard from time to time. It's good to see young ones with so much energy and vigor. Okay, you think so? Oh, yes, indeed. Just watching is enough to make an old man like me even more alive. Master Hazel, may I have a word? You, what are you doing here? I have told you many times not to bother me here at the academy. Yet, I am bound to come. Our family's future is of paramount importance. Well, I'm interested to know who she is. But, of course, it was good speaking with you, Dash. Something important has come up, so I must excuse myself for now. Okay. Definitely there is something happening and it seems like Mr. Hazel does have to go back. That's okay. Let's go ahead and try to find the other two teachers over here and talk to them as well. I think I found one of the other teachers, so let me run across this track field. Pretty cool and definitely interested in having a Pokemon battle over here as well. Alright, talking to Miss Dandra right here. Osu, new kid. Have you come over here to the schoolyard for some training? Yep, we have. I knew I could see a fighting spirit burning behind those eyes of yours. Why don't we have a bit of running together here? to get to know each other for a little better. Ready? Let's go! And we have actually run 3 laps around the schoolyard. Phew, that really worked up a nice sweat. You gotta have a good pair of legs on ya. I think that was pretty fun, but she is actually gonna give us her homemade sandwich as a thanks for running. Alright, let's, I guess, try the sandwich. And her sandwich was dry and had an odd smell. Okay. Definitely pretty weird. How was it? I hope it was tasty. Well, to be honest, it was not that good. Sorry, I shouldn't have asked you. I'm athletic and all, but I don't know the first thing about making good food. As your honest reaction just reminded me. Well, see you later. Enjoy your sore muscles for today. I feel bad about that. I didn't mean to be rude to her at all. But of course, let's hope her sandwiches are better the next time we talk to her. Looking around, let me see if I can find the other lecturer or the other teacher that we are supposed to actually talk to. Alright, I think I found him. So let's go ahead and talk to him as well. Here he is. Mr. Salvatore is apparently worried about this Pokemon right here. This Pommy really doesn't seem to have been feeling well. I don't know if the poor thing can even stand up. What should I do? What should I do? I guess we could try using a potion on it. That should help. Oh, right. I could use a potion. Do you have any on you? Seriously, he didn't even have a potion. Since we have one, we are gonna give him that. That will fix you right up, my friend. Potion power, go! What was with the potion power? But phew, that seems to have done the trick just in the nick of time. But this Pommy doesn't appear to belong to a trainer. Could it be a wild Pokemon wandered onto the academy grounds? Still, I can't just leave it here alone without anyone to make sure it's okay. It's decided then. I, Salvatore, will just have to lend all of the helping hands I have to take care of the Pommy in this touch and go situation. Mercy very much for your advice, Dash. That's pretty cool. I guess we are slowly getting to know most of these teachers and their personalities. They also have their own storyline going on, and I am very interested to see what's gonna happen next. But if we do want to complete these, definitely we do have to attend more classes as well as try to complete the final term exam, which is something I am personally interested in. Let me know in the comment section if you guys are interested in a video on that as well. If you are, I'll go ahead and put out another video. But we do have another conversation with Miss Dendra right here. This time she is actually in the home economics room. And let's see what she's actually doing here. Miss Dendra tells me she is here for intense training in sandwich making. Well, no use in hiding it now. Oh dear, I'm terribly sorry. Were you keeping that a secret? Well, I mean, not really, but it just doesn't look very cool to openly admit that I am on here for intensive training, you know. I feel really bad that she is trying her best. But at least she is gonna learn how to make a sandwich herself. Since we are here, she is gonna ask us to help out on this. And of course, she gives us another sandwich to try. Let's hope this one's better. Ooh, okay, it was soggy and hard to eat. That was my meat lover's sandwich. Oh, okay. I think it definitely needs a bit more veggies. That should actually help. Well, at least she is learning how to make a proper sandwich, and yup, there is a problem with her filling, of course. All muscle building ingredients will not help you. You really need some veggies in it. Of course, here Mr. Saguro will actually tell her that she could have used butter, which I think would have made it much better. But of course, we still have to kind of wait and complete more classes to get more detail on this storyline as well. Pretty cool to see this, that two teachers right here are helping each other. It definitely seems like Mrs. Sagaro did not see what Mrs. Dendra was putting into the sandwich, and that is where it actually failed. Anyway, she's gonna be just thanking us for helping her on this, and of course she does have to go ahead and try that one once more. But that's all we have for now. The only thing left is to go back and go into the entrance. That is the only place where we have one of our teachers waiting. So let me make my way over there and see how we can actually help. Back in the entrance lobby, we see that she is actually standing right here next to the entrance. So pretty easy to identify her. Talking to her. Oh my, if it isn't Dash. Please forgive me if this is an odd question. Were you perhaps watching me from afar just now? No, I just got here. Yes, I suppose you wouldn't have been doing something like that. I'm sorry. You see, how should I put this? Recently, there have been times when I feel as if I have been watched. Ooh, that is creepy. Not by a Pokemon, mind you, but by a person. Though it might be a ghost, so I tried asking my sister for help. She said it's most likely isn't one. She's good with ghost Pokemon, you know. I think I know who she is referencing. We'll probably be seeing her in the future. But of course, Miss Time is gonna ask us to go ahead and try to find out which student it is. I will definitely try this and see who it is. Goodness, if there wasn't an intense grace I feel. If you notice someone with a sort of fire in their eyes, come tell me, will you? If they are too shy to come ask me themselves, I will go to them. Okay, that's fine. Now, this is one of the things that I wasn't able to actually kind of solve. I did go around this lobby for all the 3 levels, but I wasn't really able to find who it was. So if you guys know who that person is that we are supposed to talk to, or let her know who it is, probably that will help me continue in this. But of course, till now I haven't found out who it is, and I think this one will be pending. I'll let you guys know in the next episode if I did find someone or how to actually solve that situation right there. But of course, that is all I had for today. It's all about the midterm exams. Let me know if you guys want a video on the final term exams and what the storylines are gonna be like for those. I'll go ahead and have a video uploaded for that as well. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to support me more, please check out the links in the description. I would really appreciate it. Anyway, thank you all for watching. See you in the next one.